Hello, my name is Andrew Thape from Minds and Money. Delighted to be joined today by Jeff Swinoga, President and Chief Executive Officer of Exploits Discovery. Delighted to have you with us today, Jeff.
Well, thanks, Andrew. You do a great job on your show, and pleasure to be here.
Jeff, for those who don't know too much about Exploits Discovery, can you tell us a little bit more about the company?
Sure, it's a relatively new company. We're looking for high-grade gold discoveries in the beautiful province of Newfoundland, Canada. We've got a great local team, very talented, all from the province, really, which is fantastic. We're well funded. Got over $10 million in cash. We've got great supporting shareholders like legendary investor Eric Sprott and actually Newfound Gold themselves. We actually have one of the largest land positions around Newfound Gold, which kind of started this whole gold rush in Newfoundland about 3 years ago and became a billion-dollar company. So things are going really well. And then we've got our new bullseye claim that we just picked up about 4 months ago. And it's right on this famous Appleton Fault with all the recent gold discoveries that Newfound Gold has had. And it's kind of like right beside where all the gold discoveries are. So we're going to be drilling it in the next couple of weeks. And if you haven't followed the story, it's a great time to start following our company.
A number of people who will be listening into this interview may not have been to Newfoundland before. Can you tell us a little bit about its history and what is it like as a mining jurisdiction?
Well, great infrastructure, great, super friendly people. I can't say enough about how great the people are. Very supportive of the mining industry. The local geologists, that work for the government, the claims office, the minister, everyone's very supportive. They want to see, five new mines built in the province, and because a lot of the local geologists they leave, they fly to different areas of the world, and they want to keep everyone home and working hard. So I kind of see us hopefully contributing to this mining sector in the province and creating jobs, and so everyone's really supportive, to be honest. I even hear stories about how they were moving mining equipment in one of the local towns, and there was almost like a parade where people were clapping and saying, So, and even St. John's, you walk down downtown St. John's, and people go out of their way to ask if they could help you. What are you looking for? Can I? So, honestly, it's a fantastic province, and actually where we are with our projects. Like the bullseye is literally like 15, 20 minutes away from Gander, Newfoundland. So we're right sort of in the heart of great infrastructure, and where our projects are less than an hour or two away from our office. So it's great.
So, what are your plans for the next 6 to 18 months with regards to Exploits Discovery?
Yeah, no, great question. We kind of got most of the things covered because we've done some local ground truthing with this bullseye claim, and as I mentioned, it's right between Newfound Gold and Labrador Gold with all the recent gold discoveries. So we did some VLF and mag on it, and it kind of shows with confidence now that the Alpine is going right through the property. So, and when you've got 10 plus drills operating just south of that property, and you've got drills north of it, and you can see the Alpine structure going through, there's a high probability of our first big gold success being on it. And the fact that we're drilling it in the next couple of weeks, so in the next we'll get assays back. We'll probably rush some assays. So I would say start watching us now if you can, and then look over the next couple months as we get these results back, because we're going to have probably a lot of social media, probably a lot of press releases. So in the near term, it looks very exciting. And then as we hopefully hit something, we have announcements say we get a second drill on it, maybe a third drill. But after that, we also got 20 kilometers along the Appleton Fault to the north. So things don't stop with bullseye, and in fact, we've got many more gold targets that we're going to come out and start talking about with our Gazebo and Gazebo South properties on this Appleton Fault, and then so that's sort of in the sort of 6 months to 12 months, or probably even 2 years, and then we also have another fault line called the Dog Bay line, which could be as prominent as the Appleton. It just hasn't been drilled as much, hasn't been explored as much. So we've got probably 4 or 5 gold targets along the Dog Bay line. So when you look at, Andrew, it's actually a really good situation because we have a near-term sort of catalyst, and hopefully that wakes up the gold rush again in Newfoundland. And then we have sort of medium to long-term opportunities for our gold pipeline. So it's a good situation.
So you've got really fantastic projects in a really great jurisdiction. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and I guess the background of some of the key players in your management team?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've been in mining for about 25 years. I was elected to the board of PDAC recently. It's a great organization. And then I worked at big companies like Barrick Gold, Hudbay Minerals, Golden Star, Torex Gold. And I was the national mining leader for a large accounting firm for about 3 years, kind of giving back to the sector almost with large clients and working with World Gold Council and ESG. And so it was great. But I came out of the accounting firm because or the consulting firm because I really like the mining sector. I like being part of it. I like like discovering something big and doing big things. So what we've been doing over the last year is really just kind of upgrading everything. Upgrading our management team. We brought on a great VP of exploration, Ken Tiley. He's used to working with larger companies like Goldcorp and McEwen Mining. Tremendous individual. We've also bolstered our local team as well, brought on some more geologists that are experienced and knowledgeable about the area to enhance what we currently have with our local talented guys. We've added a new board member, Doug Cater, who actually used to be, do a lot of due diligence for Eric Sprott on mines like Fosterville, which is probably the most profitable mine in the world, and sort of the orogenic model that we're following with the Alpine Fault. So we've done probably in the new claims we have with Bullseye. We've got some more claims around sort of Keats West and to the north on the Alpine. So last year has been really a building year, almost a setup year, if you want to call it, for 2023. And I sort of call this year our delivery and execution year because we kind of did all the setup work and last year. So this is the year where hopefully we can deliver great results and it's looking good. So yeah.
Um, One of your obviously major shareholders who you've mentioned is Eric Sprott. That's an amazing coup to go and get his backing and support. How did that come about?
Yeah, Eric's been an early supporter of the company. Back even before I joined, we were supposed to be the next Newfound Gold. So our stock went way up, and so we started drilling, and then we stepped back a bit to enhance our program, and we call it Exploration 2.0. We have a founding document on how to really explore and hopefully be successful in the province of Newfoundland for discovering gold. And so Eric's been a great supporter. I can't say enough about him. He's a super nice guy too. He recently participated in our financing we did in December. So we're well cashed up with over 10 million, as I mentioned. So it's on us to. And actually, one thing that's happening too is a lot of our peer group of companies have been buying our shares and have interest. And I was just at the Vancouver. The Vancouver Investor Conference, and a lot of the guys that we know, peer CEOs, are giving me the thumbs up and saying, yeah, good luck, and because I think there's a lot of expectation that Bullseye is going to yield some good results, and again kickstart again this gold rush. So maybe a little more detail about that, but if you look at Newfound Gold, they've got 4 kilometers of Appleton Fault that's been extremely successful, creating that $1 billion of value. We've got the next 1.2 kilometers in this Bullseye. So it's hard to visualize, but it's about 25% of what they had recently. But also there's lots of splays that kind of come off. They found not only does the gold extend on the eastern part of the Appleton, but it's on the western side as well. So when you have a property like Bullseye, where you have not just a 1.2, but there's all other potential around it. So yeah, so it's all looking really good, Andrew. But we do have to drill it. We do have to demonstrate that hopefully it's a big success. It might not be on the first drill hole, but hopefully within the first 10 or 20 drill holes, we're going to come up with some news to say, yeah, we're seeing the same type of results that Newfound has found on the property just south of us. So yeah, it's good.
And you're coming to our Minds and Money Miami show. What do you hope to achieve by that? Is that just go meet some new US investors or?
Yeah, we've got a sort of a grassroots following, and of course, Eric's been a big follower of us. So it's really just creating awareness, getting our story out, asking people to just watch it, and hopefully when we come out with some good news that people were there and kind of will enjoy the success that Newfound has had too. So it's really just a great way to keep people aware. And honestly, we got great people working for us and supporting us. And again, the people in Newfoundland I like to think they're all of our supporters because we do want to contribute to a great mining sector in the province of Newfoundland. And one that maybe we can look back 20 years from now and say that we contributed to the success and hopefully created a couple mines with the properties we had. So that would be a tremendous goal and a great retirement gift.
It kind of like seems to be, and I think this is my final question, that what you're looking to do with exploits discovery is not just create and build a mine, but you're also looking to build something for the community as well. It seems to be that ESG is one of your like core underlying values.
Yeah, no, it's great, Andrew. Honestly, I'm a big fan of local. Local is always our first go-to in terms of if we can create business opportunities, employment opportunities, and so we're a relatively small company, about 30 million market cap right now. But as we grow that's the way to do it, right? Because it's all about the local communities benefiting from the success of mining. And I've seen it in different parts of the world, lifting poverty levels and doing right by people, and so their kids can work, maybe not exactly in mining, but indirect services. So it's a really good opportunity. So yeah, I'm looking forward to contributing to the province.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you at our Mines and Money Mammy show, and that was Jeff Swinoga, President and Chief Executive Officer of Exploits Discovery. Thank you very much for your time today, Jeff.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Andrew.